Hi everyone and welcome to my day. It's a new week of opportunity, and today actually started off with some very sad news about phones for you. I actually found out about that quite late last night and I reported about it in a video on the channel, but I'll talk to you about that in a little bit more detail in a moment. I just want to talk to you about a few more things first of all. Now the first thing is about my video editing of the new series. I mentioned to you that I'd started recording a new series, which I have in fact finished now. I'm just going through all of the videos. It's about 14 videos in total, and I'm really pleased with how it's turning out. I've almost finished editing, sort of halfway through, and when I've finished editing the complete series I'll start uploading it, so you'll know about that probably very soon after the actual iPhone 6 videos start on the channel. Now the 19th, so this Friday, is the day for iPhone 6 orders to hopefully arrive with customers. I got really excited over the weekend. I'll tell you why. I got an email notification from Apple saying that your order has been dispatched, and straight away I went, whoa, it's been dispatched, I'm going to get it early. I actually even said to my wife, wow, I got an email from Apple. I sort of said it out loud and I was so excited, and then I thought, oh, it's probably the cases, because I actually ordered a couple of iPhone 6 Plus cases from Apple so I can show you their official cases. Checked the email and it was the cases that have been dispatched. So hopefully one of the cases will be here sort of middle of this week, and I'll show you a quick look at that, not a full look, excuse me, but I'll show you a little brief preview of that before the iPhone 6 Plus arrives as well. So anyway, as I say, Friday's hopefully the day that the iPhone 6 and the 6 Plus will arrive with me. The iPhone 6 is actually being delivered. The iPhone 6 Plus I'm actually collecting, that's a reservation. But I'm very, very excited, super excited. I'm wanting to like the iPhone 6 Plus. I'm wanting to like that size. If it is too big, then I probably won't keep it. I'll probably keep the iPhone 6, but I'm really wanting to like it because I love the extra features. I love the fact that you can turn it into landscape mode and get some extra features within the apps. Also liking the fact it's got optical image stabilization. So only time will tell, because people have been asking me which one would I keep or why have I ordered two, etc. That old question coming up again. Now I also want to talk to you about a couple of announcements from Canon. They've launched the new Canon PowerShot SX60HS, which is like a bridge type camera. Not something that personally interests me, but a nice sort of upgrade across the features of that. What does interest me is the 7D Mark II, which I'm going to read some notes off of my phone here. And this is available in 5 to 7 days, and I'm reading it from the Park Cameras website, so you can head on over there. Really good company to order your photography stuff from. And no, they're not paying me to say that, I just love Park Cameras, good service, so I always give them a shout out. Now the specification of the 7D Mark II, 20.2 megapixels, 10 frames per second, ITR autofocus, I'll tell you what that is in a short while, 65 point all cross type AF, dual pixel CMOS AF, which actually helps with autofocus during video recording, 150k IR metering sensor, full HD 60p and GPS, and some other features as well of course. No 4K I was going to say, but 1080p at 60 frames per second, absolutely fine. I'm recording 1080p at the moment. I only use 4K for the review videos, so 1080p is absolutely fine. Still a shame it's not 4K, but hey, perhaps they're saving that for something else. Now, I mentioned to you I'm going to explain what advanced ITR focusing is. Well, basically it says it uses colour and face information to recognise and track subjects as they move around the frame. So it just gives you increased autofocus accuracy by the sound of things. And 150,000 pixel metering sensor with IR detection. What does this do? For consistent and accurate exposure metering. The sensor, the 150 pixel sensor is will split up a scene into 252 areas, each one analysed for the correct exposure. So that's going to improve the exposure of your photos, and possibly I would say it would improve the exposure of your videos too if it remains active during video recording. So some nice additions to the 7D, and as I say, the Mark II available within a week. Really very good. Reading that off the screen has proved to me that I can no longer read properly. I joke. Anyway, back to a serious subject, and I want to talk to you about the phones for you thing again. Now, I actually went to my local Phones for You store this morning and took a little bit of video just to put into my video that I was actually planning to record when I got back to the studio. That's already on the channel. And I spoke to a couple of members of staff that were outside. They weren't very receptive, in all fairness, to me asking them if it was okay to take a photo. And if they didn't want to be in the photo, I was just saying, you know, I'm taking a photo. More than prepared to wait until they'd gone in the store anyway, which I did. They were very upset, and rightly so. You know, their jobs are in jeopardy. And I just want to say that, you know, it's horrible when this happens in any industry or in any area. People losing their jobs is not a good thing. Everyone's got their own selves to support, rent, food, fuel bills, etc. With families as well, they've got families to support, so it's very, very difficult. And without going into the details of why things happened, I just want to touch base on that and just say that it really shows how vulnerable people are, you know, including myself and my family as well. I've had people lose jobs in my family, and it does affect a lot of people in many different ways. You know, you're reliant on your income, and I just do find it so sad that no job is secure nowadays. You know, whatever industry you're in, things can change very, very quickly. I suppose the only thing, advice-wise, I would say is, if it's possible, and I know it isn't, you know, don't take this the wrong way, I know it isn't possible for everyone, but if you can put a little bit aside for a rainy day, so that if something like this does happen, it gives you a little bit of breathing space. And I know it's not possible for everyone, believe me, I do know it's not possible. I can remember when I returned back to the UK from America, we couldn't even afford a loaf of bread some weeks because we sort of used all of the money we had. And just thank goodness for blessing us with my mum, who at the time helped us out with a bit of food every now and again. You know, I have been through those hard times as well, so I know it's difficult. But if you can, and I mean this sincerely, if you can just put a little tiny bit aside, even if it's only £5 or £10 every now and again, then it does take the sting out a little tiny bit, and it might just help give you that little bit of breathing space, thinking, well, I've got a tiny bit put aside for situations like this. But I do hope that Phones For You as a company, as a whole, find a way of rescuing the situation. I think they were making something like £100 million profit a year. And yes, I know networks pulled out and didn't renew contracts with them, but I just hope they can find a new model to move forwards and keep as many of these people on in employment as they can. I did also see on my Twitter, and people took this the wrong way, they jumped on it and responded so badly. But I did see on Twitter, I think it was Dixon's Retail or one of the Dixon's Group Twitter accounts, actually tweeted out quite a sincere message saying that there were some jobs available and for people to get in touch with them, and they would try and find jobs for Phones For You staff. And people jumped on that and said, oh, taking advantage when people are down. No, that's reaching out, you know. And I hope the tweet was as sincere as it sounded, because it did sound like they were reaching out and at least offering some hope for people to move across into other jobs. So that, I think, was really, really good. And I want to close by just saying I do hope that if you are a member of the Phones For You staff and you find that you are going to lose your job, then I hope that you find that strength to stay positive and find something else, you know, find something else in the retail sector, or take it as an opportunity to completely change careers. You know, just try and find some good in it. I know it's hard, but I wish you every luck. I really do, and really good wishes for the future. So, on a more positive note, to finish off, I wanted to just say to you thank you for taking the time out of your day for watching this video. It still amazes me to this day. I'm in my, is it my 8th or 9th year of doing YouTube videos. It really does amaze me how you guys and girls still comment and tweet me and chat to me, and I love it. I love every minute of it, and believe me, I do not take any of it for granted. I really do appreciate it. So thanks again. Hit that like button. Leave me some comments, because I love reading the comments and I answer as many as I can. And I'll see you all again tomorrow.